All right, ladies and gents, welcome to my series. Backtesting trading. Okay. So I'm gonna be real honest. Uh I stopped trading for a very long time for good reasons, and I'm not coming back anytime soon. But I would like to continue to evolve my trading skills while doing paper trading. Um I took a long break due to the fact that I was like, yeah, let me just take a break, not come here, and so on and so forth. Okay. Can I go 1 minute too? Too far back. Use the 1 minute, don't worry. So back here. Okay. So um I like I said, I like making rules to follow by. Rules. Okay. Rule number one. Uh you always follow market structure. Now we could follow market structure but based off a lower time frame, based off a time frame. But in this case, let's say we're gonna follow the trend. We don't do no um pullbacks or whatever, right? So we all follow the market structure. That's number one. Let's make it bigger. Okay. Only we always follow market structure, and that is the daily. Be honest. Daily is like the day. Daily. Daily is like the cleanest. Why did I feel like I spelled that wrong? Yeah, I spelled that right. Daily is always the cleanest. Number two, have the market structure. We have to have IPA imbalances, right? Wicks, IPA, wicks. That always have to be the case. Number three, accumulation, or what we call it, or distribution. All right, these are my rules: market structure, daily, wicks, and then of course number four, liquidity. I spelled that one. Liquidity. Okay. These are four rules: follow market structure, daily, IPA, wicks, accumulation, distribution, liquidity. Okay. So we always look left to get right. Okay. So as you can see, market structure went high, low, high, low, low, high. Then we got break, high, low, high, right? And then break. So essentially right here, we got average push. Now price, let's go back just a little bit here. Let's go right here. We like to break down everything, okay? To where the recent to current price. So you had this. It wasn't a major push or anything because it was this. But here, right here in this particular area, boom, push down. Okay. That particular area right here pushed. But what caused this to push? This. There. So is this following it? Right? What do you notice off of that? Right? Market structure is what? Low, high, low, break. Right? What do you have? Low, high. You have a breaker structure. Okay. So the way I see it, we got a small pullback here. And we got a high. This pullback has to be the least two candles. So really we can call this and this a high, or this to this. So here to here. Okay. Previously before, like I said, this major area is what we're looking at here. Okay. So let's go down the time frame. What happened here? Well, this is an area that never got accumulated or distributed out of, right? It's an area that never been touched, but it's valid, right? What makes the area valid? Well, you have this major candle before push down, right? And then you have wicks within that area, right? Just right there, right? So this whole area is an area of interest. It's a major push before it took off. Now, why would we look at here when structure is bullish? Well, if price decides to, let's say, distribute out of here, and you got to think this is a major area because you have people who, have sell orders and so on and so forth. So it's definitely an area of interest. Now, let's say this, right? Boom. Why are we looking at buys, sells when we should be looking at buys? That's not always the case, right? Low, high, low, break. Or high, low, high. Okay. We're bullish. But are we? Now let's go down lower. Okay. Well, in my eye, this is why we always look left to get right, because we need to point out any areas of interest that might affect the structure. Okay. So we see on the 4-hour, it's bullish as well. What? Bullish. 1, 2, 3. I'm a buy. This could be a good buy. But what? We talked about IPAs, liquidity, and boom. But it's all about who's stronger. What's a stronger buy? This is a stronger buy, or this is a stronger distribution that possibly could work out. Now, I see something here. Let's go down lower. Let's see what's going on there. Well, we do have a breaking structure here. High, low, high, break. So look at the times. Here, you got 11 o'clock and so forth. Possibly And we probably got a distribution in there. Let me show y'all. Not really. That's not clean enough for me. You got no, there is no distribution in there. Yeah, let's be real. So really, it just dropped and popped. There is no evidence. Okay. Here, now we got a new high. Now we got a new low. Okay. High, low off of the 1 hour. So what should we do? Well, let's wait and see if we get them played out. Mm. Boom. Let's take a look at the 2 hour. Now we broke structure. Okay. What happened? What caused this break? Well, nothing too crazy here. Nothing too crazy here. Let's go down 1 hour again. Let's go down 15 minutes. Well, this is an interesting area. Major push before that, right? But the thing is, we had to look and wait for structure. So let's be real, right? Ignore all this before it actually gets there, okay? Let's ignore all this. We don't see it, okay? So we have liquidity here, but we have a major point of interest, which it did react. Broke structure. Based off of this, right? High, low, break. If we look on the 4 hour, what do we see? Well, I definitely see our breaker structure here, but I don't see no. I don't see any imbalances except for a year. It's really nothing that gives our push besides this. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Let's drop down to 15. Okay, so we have a nice area, right? I think it's valid because you have this nice big candle before it push, major strong push, and it left an imbalance, which, you know, it's important that we understand what we're looking at here. The only wick I see, these two. Be real honest. But let's see what happens. We got accumulation here. We got high, low, high. You got low, low, high, then break. Okay. And then you got high, low, high, major push. Okay. There you go. So, what just happened there? Right. Well, wouldn't you have taken that? Well, yeah, because look, it went low, high, low, break, high, low, high, break. But you see what happened there is, let's look at the evidence. Is there any wicks? Not too much crazy wicks, but there is there. They're right here. But you gotta understand, this flew right past it. If I see this big ass thing, pause, fly right past it, I'm not even looking at it. All right. So cool, right? We understand that. So this is invalid at this point. It just ran right through it, right? Cool. So we're still in the area. How much time is it? Not looking. 22, 23, 24, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, now you got an area that price did react off of and came back down here. Boom, popped up. Cool. But right now, I'm looking for sales because this main area. Higher. Okay, so low, high, low, break. So now it's bullish, but I'm still waiting. At this point, boom. Ah, what happened there? Well, price decides to break structure, low, high, boom, boom, boom. Okay. So now it's a waiting game. So I'm looking at this area, right? Oh, the IPA, but is it valid? Let's look in the past. Well, we do have a couple wicks here, and a couple areas here, and areas there. So let's see. Let's see what it does. Okay. Let's watch. Okay. It reaccumulates. Now we're waiting for that area that we marked. Did it even tap in there? No, it didn't. I'm not looking at it yet. There it is. We're in there. Okay. Why is this valid? We already understand. We know why it's valid. 1 hour broke structure out of that area. We're waiting for a nice breaker structure here, which we know on the 5 minute, that's a break. I can't see it. Maybe 6 minute. Got high, low. Let's wait. Beautiful. That was beautiful. And of course, we wait. So right there, now we can understand what's going on there. We have a nice little IPA balance, but it's already covered. 50% of that is already covered. Honestly, I wish I could see the 15 minute, but I'm pretty sure the 5 minute broke out of that. Boom. And there you go. There you have it. You're asking me like that doesn't make any sense. Well, nothing makes sense, right? But look at this, right? Remember we marked this earlier. Well, yeah, that's what we marked out because multiple wicks, nice and balanced, area of rejection, right? And we understand that we are bullish. But what did it do? Came in there, rejected. What time is it? It's still 8. Boom, 5 minutes. Look at this. Beautiful. I'm gonna go to 6 minutes because we can. 1, 2, 3. Right? Break. You have a nice imbalance in there. Once it gets in there, take it. We know we bullish, right? And guess where our new target is at? Ladies and gentlemen, our new target is a new daily high. Because why? Not saying it will, but let's see. How did it play out though? Played out right. Our target would have been a new daily high, but it came up at 1 and 6, right? Which is nice. Got a nice 1 and 6. Or you could have even dropped it down a little bit, get a nice 1 and 10. And played out. But what happened here? Excuse me. Price closed above and then accumulated and distributed. Okay. Okay, y'all. Let's do this. Let's do Euro odd. 1, we just got a whole jibber jabbish and then decides to accumulate. And then we got new high, low, broke structure, right? And decided to do a nice pullback. But price decides to break. Okay. And the real impulse is right here. Okay. So I don't know if y'all thinking what I'm thinking, but we got a nice area here that price could have 2 areas. We got a nice area here. And we have a nice area here. It just depends on where it's going to accumulate. Price got what? High, low, high, break. Now you can play this pullback here. I'm not going to lie. You could. Why? Multiple rejections. Right? 15-minute. But there's nothing. No, yeah, I don't see. I'm so tired. It sold off. Made a new low. Broke structure. I see 2 areas now. I already know the daily is bullish as hell. Okay. 1 hour broke structure. based off of that, we have two areas of interest. So one, there we go, right there. That's the area of interest. Now we wait. We wait, or you can just buy. You got high, low, then you got market coming back down. No, you could have just been like, all right, I'm just gonna buy here, put it all the way down here, and then go for it all the way to the top. You could do that, but let's see what happens. You like to wait for the accumulation. Low, lower high. That's power. Boom. Let's see what it does. Look at it. Nice. Again, this time going for daily. Alrighty. Nice little buy area because of this reaction. Cool. I'm not gonna wait all the time, but you got price high, low, right? Nice area of interest. Cool. Next thing we're gonna look at is what are we doing on the 4. Okay, high, low, low, high, lower, low. Break. Okay, area interest. This is area interest as well. You got a little space here. Got imbalances. So really, what we should be looking for is a pullback for the daily. Okay, which I think here might be the pullback, a start of the pullback. Break. Okay. That's the break. Low, high, low, high, low, high. Really not. Let's say that's a break, right? Now that's the beginning of the pullback. Let's see what happens. Really want to see it go in there. It's not going anywhere, y'all. Boom. Ran through, right? It ran through that, so that's invalid. But it did stop here off of the daily. 1, 2. So what we do? Oh well, go inside, wait for accumulation. And that's that. Really, they already accumulated. 1, 2, 3. This is the 5-minute, by the way. To show you I'm not crazy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Accumulation right there off of that. You buy that, you could put it 2 here. All right. 1 for really short, nice target, or a really long target. Right? Do a new high. Or 1 to 5, whatever. And what do you know? Boom. Secure your targets. You 1 in 22, 1 in 14. You're good. Off of 1% to gain 14 to 22 of 36% up based off of that. Okay. We just practicing, y'all. That's it. So now we have a new area of interest, right? High, low. All right. I think I'm kind of getting used to this. But you see how it passed through that area? It didn't even bother that. So that's cool. You got it here, 1, 2. This is a nice area of interest or a nice impulsive move. Banks were in here, so let's see what's in there. There is, yeah. My daughter wants me to build this. So I only got a little bit of time with y'all before I leave. Check it out, right? You got 2 reactions. I'm not even looking at this. All right. We could, it might react, which it did, but you got imbalances here. And then this was the last push down before the impulse, which makes this IPA a little bit stronger. And you got multiple reactions there. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this game. We're gonna run through. Don't matter. Wait. There it is. There it is right there. I reacted off of there, broke structure. I can't really tell based off of the 6 minute, but low, high, low, right? You could play this if you want. It's not. It's out of time though. It is literally out of time. It is in that area, so it broke structure. I'll play it. I'll play 2 actually. I'll play 1 right there, and then I'll play 1 that's a little spacious. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what it do. Boom. Once again. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, and off of your ad, and it's pretty clean. Anyways, yeah, what time is April 2023? All right, let's go back to current. I'm not backtesting anymore. Tell y'all the areas. GJ is having a hard time. All right, I just want to clarify because I realize I have to make sure there's nothing crazy on my left side, which I don't see. All right, we're bullish. Yeah. Yes, Lavelle. Give me a second. All right. Before I go, yes, daily, you have the 4 hour major area interest. Then we're not surprised that it just blasts up. Um, yep. High, low, high, break. You did get a nice reaction out of here twice. Then popped up, came up here, right? 15-minute. What it do? I'll tell you what. It did exactly what I was expecting it to do. Boom, 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 boom. Clean. Okay. Drop. Boom. Came in there. Now it's just moving all over the place. I'm expecting it to come down here. So that's what I think. And then remember, oh, he's still in there. He's still alive, by the way. We have a beautiful reaction out of here. Probably 1 minute. Everybody calling me. I got to go. All right, I'm expecting this thing to come up here at least. And that's our target. 1 to 6. They accumulate nicely. So we'll see. Both trades going well. I'll show you proof. All right, it's your boy, Will Fresh Willie. You already know what the deal is, and I'm out. Peace. I gotta take care of my family.